Hello everybody, this is Kiana Shaw, CEO of Leadership Academy and the creator of the I Choose to Be a Lady movement. And this particular video is from our questions thread in the Mothers Raising Teen Daughters Facebook group. If you're not in that group and you are a mother raising a teen daughter, or a dad actually, because it serves both, you can feel free to join, send the request, and I will definitely let you in. Again, it's Mothers Raising Teen Daughters. And the question for today is, a lady wrote about her daughter, her 14-year-old, not having an interest in hygiene. And I definitely understand how that can be a problem. So I wanted to address that. So here's the thing. Number one is, it can't be optional, right? So just the same way with everything else, don't ask me if this hasn't been done, right? And so that's how you start it off. If you haven't brushed your teeth, clean your room, because hygiene is not just about the body, but it includes the room as well. Sorry for all the movement. I am driving while I'm doing this. So if they aren't doing that kind of stuff, then they can't ask. If you have to tell them at 15, 16 years old to, take a shower, brush their teeth, change their sheets, change their pillowcases, then they're probably not responsible in other areas either. If they are, then you let them know that this still lets you know that they're not ready for more responsibility, which means that they're not ready for more freedom. That's simple as that. So where you have a teenager that's not happy with hygiene, and I have a course actually that I need to put up about that. It will be a part of the I Choose to Be a Lady.com, and I'll put up a course on this. But you need to start with the basics with her and really make sure that she understands that hygiene is related to so much. And as she gets older and as she's thinking about dating, her reputation as far as hygiene really will follow her. And so it's not about shaming her, but really about pointing out that everything we do creates a character trait. And when people see us and we, haven't been able to maintain good hygiene, then that becomes our character trait that gets known to everybody else. So I would definitely point that out to her, remind her that, cleaning our hair, shampooing our hair is something depending on your hair texture, and that usually depends on your race, anywhere from every day to every 2 weeks. But we shouldn't be going 1 and 2 months without our hair being shampooed under any circumstances. Getting up every day, washing our face twice a day, and you can let her see this video because I'm going to give a lot of details, and it's also in the book. But washing your face every day, twice a day, once in the morning, once before you go to bed, because you don't want everything that's from your day being trapped on your pillowcases at night, because that's what keeps acne going. If she's suffering from acne, she needs to be washing her face, but also not scrubbing it, because scrubbing it irritates it and it makes it inflamed, which causes a whole different kind of issue with acne. So you don't want to scrub it, but you do want to make sure that you're washing it. If you're an athlete, you need to be washing it 3 times a day. Once in the morning, once after your sport, and then once before you go to bed. Making sure that you're using deodorant. If you don't have deodorant, and I prefer an antiperspirant over deodorant anyway, but if you don't have a deodorant or an antiperspirant, then using a lemon. If you haven't shaved. If you shave, don't use a lemon. That citrus is going to burn. But if you have shaved and you don't have a lemon, you can cut a potato, right? You can cut a potato, and you can use that potato several times, because you just keep cutting it off after you use it, and that will keep you, she won't smell like French fries, I promise. Okay. Using that potato, that lemon, or that antiperspirant under your breast, especially if you're heavy chest, you want to be making sure that you are using the deodorant often, and in between, you know, your cleavage, under your breast. These are things, you know, that you just have to do. If you're overweight, then you want to make sure that if you have folds of skin, and that's just not overweight people, like you can be, you know, thin but have a pouch because you had a baby, and so that skin folds, and you need to make sure that you're putting, you know, deodorant underneath that. And that's just a great thing to be in the habit of doing. Cleaning out your belly button. You know, a lot of times our teenagers want to wear shirts that are midriffs, but their belly buttons are dirty, and that's a problem. It is. What else? Taking the time, let's see. Okay, so when you're in the shower, hot soapy water, that's a good one. You need to make sure that you get in, you rinse off, right? Allow the water to rinse over your body for a couple of, maybe a minute or two, you know, just in a constant turn, a slow turn, and let it get all over you. And then use your soap. I prefer a body sponge myself, and I prefer liquid soap. So for me, you know, it's about getting that good lather and making sure that I'm going over my body 2 or 3 times. If I'm menstruating, I go over it 3 times. No ifs, ands, or buts. But if not, 2 times works for me. And, you know, I know that a lot of times, you know, we're like pressed for time, but I just think that showering is something that we just shouldn't be cutting corners on. That's just what it is. Making sure that you are, you know, cleaning your vaginal area very well. And listen, I know a lot of doctors will say, do not use soap in that area, but you can use soap on the outside of it. So go on, get in there and, you know, handle that. Making sure that you're, you know, cleaning your anus thoroughly. You know, when you get up from the toilet, if you have pooped, you need to make sure that you're wiping until, you know, it's clear. Until it's clear. There should be no, you know, oh, it's just a little bit of brown there. No, it should be completely clear when you wipe if you're going to be finished. Also, and I'm not going to get into the whole dishing versus non-dishing, because I think that should be a separate video. But you definitely want to make sure that you're, you know, cleaning yourself at least once a day, you know, showering. But if you're an athlete, you need to take that up to 2. You need to make sure after your sport, that you wash off. It's not going, it depends on the soaps that you use. Like some people will say that, oh, it dries my skin out when I shower too much. If you're using a good soap, I hate to give a plug, but I prefer oil of Olay for my skin. And I don't have to worry about feeling dry. And then I also use the baby oil gel and shea butter. I love that combination. Works just well for me. Another thing you want to consider, you know, cleaning out your toes. But don't clean, you know, if you're going to clean under your toenails, do it with a paper towel. Don't grab your, you know, a bobby pin and, you know, whatever, and clean under your toenails and wipe it on the carpet, okay? You want to make sure that you're taking the time to clean under your toenails, and wipe it on the, you know, use a cuticle pusher, wipe it on the napkin. You know, when you're brushing your hair, don't brush it all over the house. Stay in one spot and brush. You know, don't have dry scalp all over the couch, and then someone has to lie there and now their face is in it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hygiene is more than just your body. Cleaning out your car, cleaning out your room, keeping your room clean is also a part of hygiene. Making sure that the trash in your room is empty, or in your kitchen is empty, so that it's not smelling. All those things are part of hygiene, and we have to make sure that we're doing those things every day. So hopefully I gave a few tips on that that are helpful to you, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye bye.